Oh, whoa, that's new. Did everybody hear that? All right, so let me scoot this back here to just to make sure we got room for standing up. And the first thing, and for me is always kind of nice, so just take a second to bring your feet right underneath your sitting bones and let your 10 toes come to face forward. And then let's just soften the knees a little bit. And I want you to shift your weight from one foot to the next foot and feel the weight spread evenly across the foot that's taking weight. So through the ball of the foot, through the heel, and then lift. Ball of the foot, heel, feel the weight, gather it there. Notice the knee, hopefully getting stable. Good. So just take that a couple of times. As you do this, maybe put your hands on your hips for a moment. Feel that the hips stay grounded and stable. Remember, you're going to push weight into the floor as the foot comes up. Good. Try that just a couple more times. Excellent. And then from there, let's move a little bit of weight forward, letting the heels rise up. And then the heels can come down and perhaps lift the balls of the feet. So we'll just try again. Just a few little movements to ground since we're going to start standing. Might as well wake up toes, deditos, plantas del pie, tobillos, rodillas, etc. Good. So then from here, let's go ahead, lift your two heels. Let one heel come down and then let the opposite knee just come forward. And then exhale and change. So you can stay soft in the knees, just waking up. One heel down, opposite heel lifting. And then let's change. Good. Exhale and change. Exhale and change. Good. We're going to put two heels down. Take two hands to your thighs. Inhale, bend the knees. Lift your throat. Vamos a subir la garganta y ahora bajamos la cabeza. So now let your head come down. And we'll try that again. Dos, tres más. Inhale up. Big stretch. Lift the sternum. Exhale down. Big stretch up. And now exhale, coming down. Let's try that two more times. Inhale up. And exhale, rounding over. Head coming towards your toes. Inhale up, hold the head and chest lifted, sweep the arms back. So we're going to try that a few times. Everybody pay attention. Where is your head? Where's your head at? Right? So feel that the neck continues to lengthen. And here I'm finding myself bending and straightening my knees as my arms move back. So the arms move back, the triceps engage. And the thighs move back. You feel the glutes and the hamstring. Again, try just a couple more. Hello. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead. Pause down low once again. Bring the arms wide and just create a few big circles. So big thing, waking up your back muscles. Good. Waking up your spinal extensors. Waking up your shoulders. Let's change the direction here. Circulando. Good. And now again, I'm finding myself bending, straightening my knees. It just feels nice. 2 and 1. Let's pause. Inhale, open. Exhale, take a long forward bend. In your forward bend, bajando la cabeza, lowering the head. Shake it, no. And then nod it, yes. Sí y no. Good. And then from here, bend the knees once again. Let's exhale, find ourselves standing. So now I'm going to inhale, arms are up. Exhale, lift both heels, bring my arms down. Good. Inhale, arms come up, out to the side. Exhale, down and forward. Good. So afuera y arriba, and then adentro y abajo. Good. Try that just a couple more times. Fuera y arriba, adentro, abajo. Good. So now let's pause with your two heels lifted, and then take your chin over one shoulder. Inhale, move through your center. Take your chin over your other shoulder. Inhale, moving center. Exhale, turning. Good. Try that time or two more. Beautiful. Exhale, lower the heels. Bring your palms together. Thighs move back. And then you're going to take opposite elbow to thigh. Inhale, stretch, reach forward again, waking up your back muscles, opposite elbow to thigh. Codo opuesto a la rodilla, al muslo. Good. So I want you to think about continuing to stretch your hips back, right? Keep the hips alineado. Keep the hips lined up with your shoulders, con los hombros. Good. Inhale, stretching, reaching up, and then twisting across. And again, keep your knees lined up with your hips as well so they don't bow so much out to the side. Good. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Let's come up one last time. It's so nice to do this, not pregnant, gotta say. Exhale, now take the arms and the legs. You're just gonna step a little bit wider. Good. And then let's push off from the floor. So empujamos, subiendo una pierna. Good. And if you want to kind of fold at the elbows, stretch and press. Good. Feeling muscles in the legs, blood flow, circulation through your body. Remember that pushing off from the floor to help you connect to your balance. Good. Try it just a time or two more. Beautiful. And then from here again, 10 toes facing forward. Inhale, thighs back. Now this time, exhale up into a back bend. Muslos atrás. Y ahora pecho arriba. Muslos atrás. Pecho arriba. Muslos atrás. Pecho arriba. Muslos atrás. Pecho arriba. So now hold the thighs back and shift your weight. You can extend the arm as you move. Exhale. Letting each arm glide out. Good. Remembering that connection through the floor each time. Beautiful. So now from here, inhale, two arms come forward. Melt your head, doblando la cabeza. And then inhale, look up. Bend the knees. And once again, we'll move the thighs back, side to side. So now you should feel a little bit deeper stretch through the inner thighs. Muy bien, muy bien. Good. And from here, exhale again. The feet push into the floor and you're going to lift up. I'm now going to turn toward my right leg. And from here, so back toes are going to turn slightly out and the heel anchors into the floor. So now let's inhale, take a long stretch forward. And then exhale, open your chest, open your back, tuck the shoulder blades in. Inhale, long stretch forward. Remember your knee stays over your heel and you stretch the hips back as you take the torso forward. So all those little engagements remind us muscles create resistance, right? So as you come up, you push into the floor. As the arms stretch forward, you reach the hips back, push into the back heel. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more time. Hold here. Now bring your hands to your hips. Gather your weight in your front leg. And then let's bend and then straighten your back knee. Let's try 10 of these. Exhale. Stretch, reach, lifting up. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Step back into the foot. Pivot the weight. Gather your weight on the opposite side. Remember, back toes not turning slightly out. Squaring the hips to face forward. Knee over the heel. Good. Inhale, stretch, reach forward. Remember, arms extend. Back heel presses down. So a long line through your back body. Exhaling up. Inhale, stretch, reach forward. Exhale, find a back bend. Inhale, stretch and reach. It feels so nice to move. Oh my goodness. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. So now from here, bring your hands to the hips. Gather your weight in this front foot. And then exhale, lift the back. Whoa! Don't fall over. Exhale, push into that bottom heel. Good. Feel the belly strong, connected, supporting you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set that foot down. So now I'm at the front of my mat. This is my right side facing the computer. I'm going to inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, reach my arms down to the floor. Good. Inhale, stretch, reach, lift the thighs, extend the arms. And then exhale, bend the knees, step the right foot and the left foot back. Good. So now from here, just roll through the feet, stretching weight forward, pulling back. 5. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 3 and 2 and 1. Hold the heels reaching back. Let the hips and pelvis lift up also now. So again, pressing through the arms, tailbone rising. Exhale, find a plank. Good. So we're going to inhale, come up. Exhale, plank. Inhale up. And exhale, find a plank. Feeling your shoulders over your wrists, pressing evenly through your hands. 2 and 1. Good. From your plank, lower the knees. Elbows pull in. 5. Elbows pull in. 4. Open your chest as you lower. 3 and 2 and 1. Pushing the weight up, lifting the knees, lifting the hips. Right leg comes up, knee bends. Now I want you to square, pull that hip in, so pull the thigh bone in and then lift it up a little bit. So you feel the adduction of the leg, glutes and inner thigh. Beautiful. Now place the foot next to your hand, turn the back toes up, push into your back heel as you rise up. Inhale, warrior 1. Give this 5 breaths. Good. Maybe take the breath in and out of your nose. Notice where you feel unstable. Try to breathe to that space. Beautiful. 2 hands on the lumbar spine. Stretch your hips back evenly as you take your head toward your foot. Good. So I've got my right foot forward. I'm going to let my left hand come down and then exhale, roll the shoulder up. Take that arm up, Parivrita Trikonasana. Good. Exhale, release, let that arm come down. And from here, go ahead, step now the front foot back, lifting up into a down dog. Good. From here, walk your hands back slowly, continuing to wake up your shoulders. 2, 1, opposite hand to elbow, a long forward bend, melt the low back. And then you're going to push into the feet, find an Utkatasana, chair pose. Maybe take your gaze to your 2 thumbs. Good. And continue to draw the belly deep. Exhale, stand up. Turn it around. We should be at the other side of the mat. And then we'll try that sequence on this side. So here we go. Inhale, arms up. Beautiful. Exhale, find a forward bend. Good. Melting the head down. Inhale, look up. As you look up, circle your wrists for just a moment. Make sure you're keeping blood flow there. Beautiful. Circle them the other way. Long spine, shoulder blades together. And then you're going to exhale, take your hands down, step both feet back, find a plank. So remember, planks are with your tailbones slightly under your shoulders, and you want to feel your head lifted above your tailbone. From here, reach weight forward and back. So much easier to plank without, a baby, I gotta say. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now holding the weight in the heels, reach the heels, reach the sits bones, your isquiones arriba y ahora abajo. Let's try that 3 more times. Arriba y ahora abajo y arriba Y ahora abajo, good. One more. Arriba and abajo. Muy bien. Now from here, let's doblar las rodillas. Bend your knees. Elbows pull to your side. 5. Elbows pull 4. Elbows in. Codos adentro. 3. Y 2. Y 1. Muy bien. Desde aquí, bring your pelvis all the way up. Stretch, reach your isquiones arriba. Y ahora la pierna izquierda. So now you're going to lift the left leg, bend the knee. Make sure you feel that adduction so you don't want the leg out to the side, but pull in. Stretch your kneecap. Left foot next to your left hand, bringing it in. Plant the back heel. So remember, you're going to push into the back heel to lift up and find warrior 1. Inner back thigh lift. So you don't want the knee to bend and fall, but instead reach through the inner thigh. Let it support the knee as you push the heel into the floor. Now from here, la vista arriba, take your gaze all the way up. Good. Exhale, hands to the low back. And you're going to push, stretch, extend, take your head down toward your bottom foot, your pie abajo. Good. And remember, try to really feel your weight in both feet here as you reach your hips back, that allows the head to melt down. Good. So now my right arm comes down, that back arm towards just right next to your left hand. And then I'm going to roll the opposite shoulder up. Find Parivrita Trikonasana. Good. So pushing down through the bottom arm allows you to engage your latissimus muscles here, which is a good thing. Beautiful. So now from here, let's just bring that arm right back down. Exhale, step this foot back for a moment. Good. So now you've got 2 hips in the air, lifted. And then we're going to raise the right leg, bend the right knee, place the right foot right behind your right hand, turn the back toes out, and spin all the way up into a warrior 2. Good. So in this warrior 2 now, bend and straighten your front knee, letting that arm come and reach away. Exhale back in. Good. So remember, when the front knee bends, it doesn't want to go beyond your pinky toe. Good. So just feel that. Take that in. A few breaths, a few times. Beautiful. And then from here, pause. Bring this elbow down so you can press the arm here into the thigh and take yourself into Parsva Konasana, Uddita Parsva Konasana. Good. So top arm over the ear, shoulder blade pulling down the back. Beautiful. Now top hand to the hip. And then let's exhale, extend the bottom knee joint, trying again to lengthen the back. Top arm can move up. Beautiful. Good. And then from here, take your hand back to the hip. And if you'd like, bend both knees. So once again, just really gathering your weight in your feet. Now step the back foot in. And then walk your bottom hand out. So you can put it anywhere. I guess I'll go. And then it's extend that top leg. Extend the top arm. Beautiful. Good. So just a long stretch, feeling the muscles, your bottom leg, extending through both heels, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Let's set that foot down where it was, push up, spiral through the hips, and find your 2 arms down. Step the foot back, and you're in down dog on the other side. So we'll try this little sequence there on the other side. Good. So the left leg's gonna lift, the knee's gonna bend,
You'll place the foot behind your hand, turn the toes out on the back foot, spiral the arms up, warrior two. Good. And then remember, we're gonna exhale, stretch, good, and lift. Stretch. You're just, again, continuing to wake up your knee joint. Exhale, press through the foot. Keep energy in the back foot. Feel the arm lengthening and lifting as the knee bends. Good. Try that just a couple more times. Good. And then from here, hold. Bring that arm down so you could leave the elbows here or extend the arm all the way, taking your hand to your ankle, taking the top arm over. So the low-hanging fruit, right, is to stay rounded in the upper back. But instead, what we want to do, pull the bottom rib cage up and out, top arm over your ear. So long stretch. Good. Opening your armpit almost to the sky. Beautiful. And then from here, you can lengthen the bottom leg, take your top hand to your hip, and just take a moment. So again, if we've closed off towards this bottom leg, you want to roll yourself up and out. Good. So if your hips have fallen back, just pull the hips forward slightly, head back, gaze up. Beautiful. Give that just a couple of breaths. Good. And then you take that top hand back to the hip. Doblamos las rodillas. You'll bend the knees once again and step your back foot in. Good. Now you're going to walk that bottom hand out. Let it rest on the floor. And then when you feel sturdy and comfortable, lift the top leg, lift the top arm, and then really put engagement in your two heels. Good. And then from there, soften the front knee. Take that back foot down. Exhale, lift. Let's turn towards the computer for a moment. And exhale, find a forward bend. Good. So Padottanasana. That's what we're in, a wide leg forward bend. Pull the elbows up, melt the top of your head down, 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 releasing your neck, relajando. Good, and then we're gonna inhale, look all the way up once again. Exhale, reach the arms out and bring ourselves into standing. Okay, so let's try now working on a couple of balance poses. So let's start with Vrikshasana, tree pose. So once again, soften the knees, gather your weight. Just shift your weight a little bit from foot to foot, lado y lado. Good. And from here, I'm going to gather my weight. This is in my right foot. Mirror me, go opposite, whatever's easiest. Go ahead now, lengthen that knee as you rotate the opposite leg out. And then place the foot there on the shin bone. Good. And then bring your two palms all the way together. And exhale, stretch. Reach the arms up. So just start small, slow, low. Remember that engagement through the supporting big toe. Press down through the heel so you feel the muscles in the hip active because of what you're doing with your foot, right? So action begets action. Exhale, set that foot down, rock the weight once again. Good. So if you got any tension there in the foot, kind of shake it out, rub it out. Walk it off. Good. And from here, now you'll place the weight on the left side, rotate the opposite knee out. Good. And then from there, really feel yourself, big toe and heel. Gather the weight there in the leg, placing the opposite foot now on the shin. Good. And then wait, take your time, wait for those muscles in the hip and the glute to feel active. Right? So we got to fire them up. And then exhale, allow the arms to extend. Good, lengthen the sides of the ribs, evening your hips. This looks good, everybody. Que bien, que bien. Exhale, release. And once again, just shaking the weight side to side. Lado y lado. Eso. Okay. So now I'm going to gather weight back on that opposite side, rotate the heel out. Now I'm going to put the foot there on the thigh bone, ankle to the thigh bone, take my arms up, and exhale, find a little forward bend. Down, down, down. Big toe and heel, anchor into the floor. Shake the head, no. Nod the head, yes. Good, so before I lift, remember, heel and big toe on the supporting leg, gathering the weight, finding yourself coming all the way back up, heel to hamstring. Beautiful, set the weight down, bailamos un ratito, just dance it off, dance it out, good. And then from here, otro lado. So now I'm gonna take, this is my right heel to my left thigh. Inhale. Arms can come up. Again, steady, anchor your weight as you now let the torso lower to the floor. Good. Once you're here, again, working to find stability. Big toe and heel. Good. Releasing your head. And then as you feel ready, go ahead, bringing your weight all the way back up. So really live in that supporting foot. Exhale, release, and bring it down. Beautiful. Good. So now I'm going to place my blanket for my knees in the center of my mat. And then this is my left side facing the computer. All right. So here, this is going to be my way to come down. I'm going to step my right foot over my blanket and then softly bring my left knee under my left hip, take it down, and then the opposite leg. So clear the feet here for a second and wake up the glutes and hamstrings by tapping the feet into the floor. So it's just a right, left, right, left, right, left, tap, 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 tap. Good. And then from there, bring your fingertips here to your low back, turn them up to stretch your wrists. Squeeze the elbows together, lift open your chest. Good. So just a little gentle back bend to wake up. Beautiful. And then from there, move the hips back. Take the arms out for a moment. Good. Sweep the arms forward for a moment. Good. Sweep the arms without letting the head drop. So make sure head chase stays lifted. Now hands to the inner thighs. Go ahead and round. And now melt your head here toward your knees. Good. Let's exhale. Push down with the feet. Lift back up. So now hands to the thighs. This time the fingertips can face down. And the idea is that the thigh bones are going to come vertical as your shoulder blades pull down the back. Give this a few breaths if it feels comfortable for your neck to melt your head. And then pushing with the feet, you bring yourself back up. This time interlace the fingers, bring your hands behind you. Top of the head comes down to the floor. And then the arms can reach back and away. Good, and then once again to lift. Thighs move back, feet press down. Exhale, the weight of the body comes up. I'm gonna now stretch. You can repeat anything we've already done, or if it feels nice to lift the hips and take the hands to the heels, you can take a back bend here. And then again, Hips lift, heels press down. Exhale, lift your torso up. Good. Now we'll take your forearms to the floor and the two hips rise up, 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 up. Good. From this position, soften the knees. Walk right and left foot back until you're in a little hover plank. Again, press the forearms down. Draw the belly in. Lift the thigh bones up. Good. Slightly lift the hips. And then pivot into a side plank. You choose which side you want to go to. Good. So just developing that stability in your shoulders. Good. Again, press down through the hands and the feet and through the forearm. One more big breath here. And then exhale, rotating over. And then I'm going to try that same thing. Slightly lift the hips. Pivot onto the side. And then exhale, allow the opposite arm to lift up. Good. So again, forearm, spread the fingers. Feel the elbow. Press the hips down. Pull into your center. Staying there. One more big exhale. Take it down. And then from here, my knees are going to soften. And voila, y'all. This is like the first time I'm putting weight on my belly in a class in a long time. So 10 toes anchor into the floor. Push the arms into the floor. Leave the knees and just lift the hips for a moment. And from there, stretch and extend one knee. So you're just letting the knee reach out. And again, the belly stays strong. Hips, ribs, nice and even. Exhale, lower it. Opposite leg lifts. Good. So the knee joint comes up. Good. Shoulder blades still pulling together. 2 and 1. Let it come down. Let the hips now melt to the floor. Press your hands in. Exhale, lift. Your chin can come over one shoulder. Chin over the other shoulder. Good. Side to side just a couple of times. Beautiful. Exhale. Now pull the elbows in a little bit closer to your body. And tops of the feet anchor them into the floor. Exhale. Lift again. Let your chin come all the way up. So make this about stretching the front of your throat. Which, again, those of us who live in, Austin, Texas, where the allergies are terrible, it's making space where we tend to have congestion, I think is a good idea. Exhale, slowly lower your head. Take your hands here underneath your head for a moment. And then exhale, lift your two legs just off of the floor as you draw the belly deep. Pull the front of the rib cage down. Pull your sitting bones down toward the floor as the thighs lift. Couple breaths. Good. Exhale, releasing. Arms now move to your side. So this time, thighs stay down, feet stay down, head and chest lift. And I want you to funnel the shoulder blades together down the back. Hugging your center. Good. And then if it feels nice, lift the two thighs. With the thighs lifted, bend the two knees. Maybe your hands come to your feet. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I'm not your thighs. Exhale, lift up, squeeze the knees. Dhanurasana. Love this pose. Good. So your chest is opening. Good. And from here, let's just exhale, release. Push your hands here into the floor. Lift your weight. Move it back. Big breath into the center. Good. Exhale. So now from here, I'm just going to lift up and then turn. Let me see how we are on time. We're doing great. So sitting bones now are going to anchor into the floor. This is my right side. Everybody check your neck here. Dorothy, I'll leave some time to do neck and shoulder stretches at the end. So just remember. So here we go. But everybody check your neck. And then we're going to inhale, come look up. And then exhale, draw the abdomen in as you float some weight back. I'm going to just take my arms just a few times down and up. Feel, so again, as the arms lift, push your sits bones into the floor, right? So how do I not feel this in my low back as pain? And a big part of that is as the arms lift, you've really grounded your weight into your sitting bones instead of compressing and trying to shove in on your belly. Good. 2 hands now behind the thighs. Exhale, see about lifting the thighs up. Good. And then so again, ground the weight in your sitting bones as best you can. There's a little bit more of your tailbone on the floor. That's okay, but focus your weight on the sitting bones. Exhale, arms come out, breathe. It's like 5 breaths. Good. Feeling your center strong, connected, apoyándote. Good, good, good. Feet to the floor, palms under your shoulders, fingertips facing out, lift the hips. Good. So again, always when a part of you lifts, think about what part of you is pushing down. So now the heels push down. Let the thigh bones come up, up, up. Good. Exhale, slowly lower that weight down. 2 arms come up. Let the fingertips now come to the floor. Extend one leg out. Extend the opposite arm. 5. Just breathe into that. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Switching sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale. 2 arms, 2 legs. 5, 4. From a strong center. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Extend the legs. Hands underneath you. Exhale. Lift the hips and pelvis. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. 2 hands come, stretch, reach forward. Paschimottanasana. So remember, sits bones push down, heels reach out. So your heels are reaching away from your body, toes pull back towards the body. Hands, doesn't matter where they come. You just want to make sure that you're in a full extension through the bottoms of the legs. So the spine can extend also. Good, let's inhale. Take that all the way up and then exhale. So now I'm going to put my right foot here on my left hip crease. You can put the foot to the inner thigh, whatever is your preference. Inhale, bring the arms up for a moment. Exhale, bring your hands underneath you. See about lifting the hips and pelvis for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. 2 arms come, stretch forward. So this is my right leg bent. I am taking my right arm, reach it back behind me, reach it towards the outside of my left hip, and then potentially it will grab on to my foot. And again, I'm going to pull my spine forward. Good. And from here, lifting up. Now the left foot could come underneath the knee, or the left foot could come above the right knee. So again, it's whatever your body says. Sure, let's try it. Not a thing that feels scary or hard to your knees. I'm going to push my hands now into the floor, lift my hips and pelvis for a moment. Good. Exhale, releasing that down. Okay, Nagin, are you ready? Like, no, we haven't done this in a long time. But we're going to see about bringing your weight forward on the 2 knees. Exhale, melt the hips, unfold the legs, reach the weight back. Big, long stretch. Good. So now from here, I'm just going to step my 2 feet in. just a little bit so they're still wider than the mat. Turn my toes out just a hair. And exhale, let my pelvis come down. Good. So my arms have lifted, and I'm just holding some weight and then setting my weight into the floor. I hope that went exactly how we wanted it to. All right. Opposite leg extends. Left foot. So remember the fifth metatarsal right here is going to come to the hip crease. And again, just put the foot at the thigh if that doesn't feel good to your ankle. Inhale the arms up. Take a breath. Exhale, palms under your shoulders. Lift. 5, 4. That's a lot of calf work. So stay with it. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Release. 2 arms stretching forward. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Good. Remember, toes back towards the body. Heel reaches out. Good. So remember these little modifications the whole way. So now the foot comes under the opposite leg if that's the better version for you, or the foot can come over. And if your body's really warmed up, you don't have to use your hands to do it. Inhale, take a little breath. And exhale, push, lift the pelvis. Exhale, release, let the pelvis come down. I wish we'd put an arm balance here, but maybe next week. Exhale now, bring your hands forward if you like. And then exhale, hips move forward. Unfold the legs, reach the weight back. Good. So if you still have a blanket here, excellent. You can kind of unfold it a little bit. And we'll just do a little headstand prep. You can, again, do this or not. Forearms into the floor. So remember, just do a little dolphin pose if you're not feeling a headstand today. I'll talk us through every place you can come to and then just stop if that's what you need. So interlace the fingers. Push your forearms firm into the floor. Exhale, lift the hips. Shake it now. So you should feel your head can release. Good. And you want to move so instead of letting the thoracic spine fall forward, move the thoracic spine back as you then set your head kind of down on the floor. So then from here, one leg can pull in, maybe the other leg pulls in. Maybe you just want to work on getting that weight in your 2 arms. If you want to lift your 2 feet, you can. Maybe you just want to work on lifting the feet off of the floor. If you want to work on extending the legs, that's an option. From there, the knees can bend. And we'll exhale. Put the weight back in our feet. Shake the head no. Nod the head yes. From here, we're going to exhale. Come all the way down to the mat once again. So now, let me see. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to let my head be off of the blanket and my shoulders stay on the blanket. So first thing everyone can do here, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, is exhale, lift the hips. Good. And just practice being here for a moment. You can walk your shoulder blades all the way in, down the back. So we're going to move into shoulder stand. If you all know that you like to use a prop to help you get into shoulder stand, you can put a prop, get your prop handy, whether that's a block, meditation cushion, whatever. You would just put that under your pelvis here. So exhale, release the pelvis down either to a prop or to the floor. From there, extend the 2 legs up, reach the heels. Continue to pull the shoulder blades down the back. And then from here, the abdomen pulls in to help you lift your pelvis up. The toes can come down towards the floor as the thighs lift. And once again, the shoulder blades can come together a little bit more. Thighs up, elbows in, perhaps hands now move to your hips as you bend the knees. And now from here, I like to bring the knees right over my hips and then work to find extension so that there's not a lot of pressure on my neck. So this is kind of a modified shoulder stand. If you want a more intense version, you would put your hands on your rib cage, move your chin away from your chest as you lengthen the heels towards the sky. So this is a lot of stretch through your spine, through the backs of the legs, really send the heels up so those muscles are working to support you here. Spread the toes, engage the feet. Good. And then when you feel ready, exhale, lower that down. Toes come down, arms extend out. Lower the pelvis back down. Good. So either to your block, to your prop. So now push your elbows into the floor. Exhale, top of the head comes down. And we're in Matsasana. You can stay in this basic version of Matsasana, or you can extend one leg and bend, extend the other leg, and bend, or extend two legs, extend two arms. Bending both knees. Exhale, release, press the elbows in to come off of your head. And then once again, your feet can push into the floor. Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Fingertips reaching out and away. Good. And then from here, I'm going to slowly lower my pelvis down. Exhale, walk your heels a little closer to your sit bones. Maybe take your hands here to your feet. Push down, lift the pelvis up. Breathe. Exhale, release. Practice any of those poses again, or if you'd like to practice Urdhva Dhanurasana, fingertips up, fingertips now move behind your shoulders, and you can push your feet into the floor to lift the pelvis, and then push your hands down deep into the floor to lift your head. Come onto the head, and then exhale and lift. And then slowly bring all of that back down to the floor. Draw your knees over your chest. Open the arms out into a T. Take the knees to the right and your gaze to the left. Inhale, squeeze, pull the knees together. And exhale, knees to the side. Alla izquierda. Gaze over the opposite arm. Good. Inhale, bringing that back in. Let the soles of the feet press into the floor, then open the knees out to the side. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands back behind the head, and then exhale, scoop your head up. So this is less about abdominals and more about a neck stretch. You're just letting the arms lift the head, stretch the neck. Good. And then we're going to exhale, release your head, let it come down. Hook your arms around each other. So I've got my left arm over the right. And just let the chest stretch. Pull the elbows down towards your ribs. And switch the sides here. Exhale, open the arms. And then exhale, open the legs. And then let's just take a few big breaths together. And then when you feel ready, slowly just begin wiggling your fingers and your toes, circling ankles, circling wrists. And draw your knees up over your chest, rock the back, lado y lado. And then we'll roll to the right side, rest for a moment in a fetal position. And push up with the arms to find seated. And we'll bring our palms together before the heart, bow the head, close the eyes. Your practice is a gift, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.